come on. Got her. I got her. Oh, oh, rip off the arm. Oh, shit. Damn. Son.
You did it, Eve. Well done. Why are you hesitating? Because we were comrades? Or because I'm human like you? Except you don't believe we're human.
Your mainframe's nerve fibers and exospine have all been severed.
Oh, what the? Why are you sparing her?
So now, you won't be able to fight. You've taken so much from me.
Why are you sparing her?
I'll allow you to...
Okay, that's kind of cold.
What? What do you think you're doing? Who do you think you are? You don't know anything. Kill me. Go ahead and kill me. I wouldn't be your first.
Lily, let's go.
Eve! Stop right there! Finish this! Eve! Eve!
You know what, that did remind me of Kids Montoya. If you guys remember the scene in the opening where he's going down the elevator and he sees a kill shot like that. This reminds me of that. Alright, Alpha Mentiva Core's going in. Hot damn. Oh, whoa. There's a lot of them here.
This is the nest.
It looks like this is where all the Naytibas are born.
Although... everything looks so natural. It makes me wonder, is this how real life is born after all?
Isn't the Elder at the end of this path?
I thought something exploded. It's just her though.
this place. It's too quiet, but it's strangely peaceful.
Whoa.
The Elder must already know that we're here. It's watching us.
This is a
But
really
where, I
good
don't know.
setting, not gonna lie.
I don't see any natives on the road. It's like someone wants this place to remain undisturbed.
There's a camp in the nest as well.
Raven probably set it up. I suspect it hasn't been used since she met the Elder, and changed.
Thank goodness it's working.
Yes. I'm also getting the feeling that it's our last camp.
Hey, I know what to do now. Hey, I got a phone here. Oh, you. Oh, literally, I'm literally at the point of return. Alright then, wait, hold on. Mom? Need something? Hold on guys, be right back. Alright, I guess my mom didn't need anything right now, so. But this is it, the last camp. Don't know what I'm gonna need, but I have no money for anything. As usual, so wish me the best of luck. I'm hoping this might be end up more as a peaceful route, but I think I know exactly which ending I want to obtain. I'm hoping I obtained it correctly. Oh shit! Whoo! And like you said, this is your last
I
camp,
can
so
see it.
hopefully you
The end
didn't
of
do
my
anything. She states it right here. Alright, what's the truth? There he is, Adam.
Eve. I've been waiting.
Seriously, who voices him? His
Like
voice
I
sounds so
thought.
familiar.
It was you.
Adam. Why is Adam here?
Ooh, look at those wings. But it's also very obvious this is more of a biblical reference. Adam and Eve
I know this
ate
is a disappointment.
the forbidden fruit,
I'm
exiled
sorry,
from
Eve.
paradise.
Everything that has happened until now, and even before, it began with me. I am the source of it all.
And his wings are far more beautiful.
Adam. Or would you prefer I call you Elder? What are you scheming? You pretended to rescue me. Pretended to help me on my mission. All under the guise of helping Zion. What are you really after?
I want atonement. I want forgiveness. I want us to heal. Please know that everything I have done sincerely.
Enough of this nonsense! My comrades, the people of Zion who trusted you, tell me why they had to die!
Eve, you
Hold on. Let him.
You have every right to be mad. I understand.
Elder Natiba, you...
Please, listen to me, Eve. First, I'm sorry for what happened between you and Raven. In the end, she had her own motives, and that way she was a lot like Oracle. As you've discovered, you were created by the surviving humans to look and act like them. And us, we're nothing but monsters. Right from the start, we struggled to coexist. Of course we did. Because we Natibas were weak. We were not yet mature enough to fully accept your kind. This foolishness resulted in tragedy. In the end, we gave up our humanity in order to survive.
Whew, look at all those babies.
Then you threw us out into space!
Earth is too small for both our species to coexist. However, even if all the Natibas disappear, it's impossible for your kind to succeed the human race. After all, you were created entirely from scratch, with no human DNA at all.
Androids, let's call them.
And what is it you're going to do? You think you're the one to end this gruesome slaughter?
Yes. I've been researching for decades to find a way. A way for us all to become the inheritors of the human race. An Andro Eidos, with the most advanced unicinous hyperbody ever seen. And the ultimate Natiba that has not succumbed to its hostile instincts. These are the two necessary ingredients.
You mean...
Yes. You and I. We are what is needed. Eve, I offer you one last deal. Let us become whole. One being. A single, evolved human species. If we fuse together, we can truly become the seeds of a new human race.
That's insane!
There's no point in listening to this, Eve!
At this rate, Mother Sphere will do the same thing over and over again. I wouldn't be surprised if she even destroyed the colony, and thereby Earth. As you know, she will not stop.
That's kind of true what we've been hearing.
But this is not the path that humans should take.
From all the reports.
But there's no proof that this fusion is the right path to take.
Well, you're right about that, Lily.
Especially considering everything you've done.
You're right, Lily. However, my wish to save the new humans and surviving humans is Sincere. As unbelievable as it may be. Lily, take this.
But this is...
This is the last hypercell needed to rebuild Zion. Zion can be saved no matter what choice Eve makes. It would mean so much if you could do this for me. Eve, your mission is to eliminate me. If you fuse with me, the Elder Naytiba, as you know it, will cease to exist. Forever. Is there any better way to complete your mission? Eve. Take my hand.
Oh.
I can save you. We can save each other. We can save everyone.
Wait. What's going on here?
Eve! No! You can't fall for this!
The purpose of our existence is to eliminate the Elder Naytiba and save mankind. Naytiba or Androados. Is one more human than the other? If an entire
That was
species
beautiful
is
shot.
wiped out so that another may remain, can we really call that salvation?
But...
If there is a way to save both species, I want to follow that path to the end. That's all I want.
Yes. So do I. We're like mirrors to each other.
Well, Black Wings.
Your choice may
Gold
not bring
Wing-
about peace and
Black Wings,
stability
White Gold
right
Wings.
away.
Yes.
But our union will create the greatest chance for a peaceful future. Now.
Yes.
Whoa. Ooh.
Eve?
Are you Eve?
Yes? Well, it's hard to describe, but... Lily.
Become someone I didn't know.
Lily.
Damn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Connection to the colony complete. Sending protocol. Sensing strong Naytiba signals nearby. Switching to combat mode.
Whoa. Whoa, look at that sword. Holy shit. Get out of here then.
exosuit is moving by itself. Colony. Ah! Eve! Watch out!
Sweet. Hang on, Lily, we'll save you. Okay, I can say this battle's going a lot easier. Die. Spoke too soon. No way. Oh, thank God I don't have to go through all that massive headache. Seriously? Let's do it. My dog's really... What? They explode? What the hell? Just like a few hits, I'm going out. Oh my god. This is like the demo all over again. Like the last 3 bosses have been like the demo that everybody was struggling with, and then all of a sudden we got really better over time. Oh my god. Like half the health is gone. Hold on, I'm really at the end, so I don't mind if I gotta scale back just a bit, but let me just try it this way. Because I'm at the end. Because it's like half my health is already gone. This guy. Okay, now. Okay, so the damage scale is really up there. So you take it back just a bit, it's not that bad, but it's still. It's one of those things where you know the difficulty curve is there, but unlike say like other games, like you look at the Souls series, you can't hit this, you can't hit for this. But they go to say that, well, why aren't you getting more shields? And I could do that, but again, I'm at the end of the game. I decided to move on with the whole quest line, the story. So I'm like, I don't think that, yeah, I can probably come back to it later. Woo! Range attack. another range attack. Oh, I thought I got the purple. So now I shoot. Running out of health. Come on. Now it's time. Whoa, did we get it?
Eve! I found a way!
Oh, so it's
There's
scripted.
a hacking code on Iberus's memory stick.
Grab her! Let's get out of here! Oh shit, that was sweet.
Lily, hide yourself!
It's not done? Fast as like a Metal Gear.
Now, there's nothing stopping us.
Wait, what the... Dude, Eve, you didn't have to be that badass. Wait, I see no help. Oh shit, we gotta hurry. Let's go, everybody. Seriously, you didn't need to be this bad. I fucking love you. Boom, there goes one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a Dragon Ball reference. Damn, Eve. Yeah, Eve's such a badass. I fucking love Eve. She's a badass.
Eve! Lily, are you all right?
Eve! I thought I'd be left alone.
Oh, you can't do that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm still not used to the new look. Still, I'll get used to it one day, right?
Yes, Lily. I'm sure you will.
Oh, too many things happened today.
Yes. And even more awaits us. Let's return to the tetrapod.
A starry night. Starlight. Twinkling, reflecting on satellites. Predicting the future.
What the hell
It's
is
like
this?
trying to find one single star in the endless sky. I serve the future of mankind. Though
Who is
whether
this?
that future would embrace me, I cannot say. But for the sake of Father, I refuse to give up. The one who gave birth to me, taught me, the one who's no more. Yes, I must confirm if you are, in fact, that future.
Mother... Sphere?
Nice to meet you, Eve and Lily.
Wait, what? That's
You have
Mother
more
Sphere?
than met my expectations. The final decision was a bit disappointing, yes. But thank you.
What are you
I'm
talking
with
about?
you, Lily. What the hell was she talking about?
This concludes the Eve Protocol.
What?
Then farewell.
Wait! We have questions!
Sequel baiting. I don't care. Let's do it.
Oh no! There's too many Eve!
Lily, stay back.
Okay, so this is a sequel baiting. This is, Oh. Wait, these are all...
So this is your plan. Then I'll gladly play my part. Now, come, my comrades.
Good. I'm just getting Dynasty Warriors level combat right now. Holy shit. That's the end? Okay. Dear, this might give me Ooh, there's the sunrise. Oh, kind of like a little bit of reverse now with the opening, where all the Nativas were destroyed by the Brood, all the androids. Now Eve stands amongst against them. But this one we're bathed in gold and white and blonde hair now. And as the sun rises, this is our new decision being made. So that is actually pretty good foreshadowing, actually. I'm not gonna lie. And Lily's alive. I'm also actually told if you don't do Lily's quest, she can actually die. Holy shit. How many freaking songs are in there? Let's keep talking over. Now all the colonies are waking up. That's funny what she did.
Yes!
That's how the final line of the game is a yes. Holy shit. That looks awesome. That's a beautiful shot, actually. I'll keep talking over this. Looks great. Oh, there's a lot of people in Zion finally for once. But that's probably because everybody's waking up. So that's a good thing. With a camera zoom out. See what that was. I love if Eve's watching everybody. But I'm pretty sure wait, is she gonna return or is she gonna leave? And fight the colony now? Oh, she's returning. That's pretty cool. Okay, that is a cool way to end the game, I'm not gonna lie. But the final line of your game should not be as simple, yes. Their journey continues on. Yes, give them the sequel. Now this is actually the true ending to the game. There are 2 more endings if you want to go get them. That's what New Game Plus is there for. Alright. Where you could get a bad ending where everybody just dies. You can get a hard mode unlock. No thank you. Start a new game to receive Raven's suit. New Game Plus unlock. New skills are added in New Game Plus. Upgrade enhancements added in New Game Plus. Ooh, the music change and her costume is now brand spanking new. I'm gonna go on New Game Plus. We'll go on normal again. So now that's all done, I can actually safely talk about all this stuff.
Transmitting final briefing. As of now, Airborne Squad 7 will exterminate the Alpha Nativas occupying District 3. Their objective is the capture or dispatchment of the Elder...
I'm not going through this again.
Zero 7531. Pod landing complete. Removing physical shield. Opening hatch.
The hatch. Come on. Come on! Taki?
Eve, are you alright? This place is dangerous.
Take my hand.
Yeah, it's a shame like you don't get to fight those giant behemoths like that. That would have been badass to do.
This way to the rendezvous. You take the left. I'll take care of this side.
Okay, hold on. It's not like I full control the game again. Oh, more beta skills. More burst skill. Woo! So, now that I all have your attention, so now that I have all your attention with me right here, right now, what do I truly think about Stellar Blade? Let's make this a full-blown review too as well. I think for the most part, this game is actually pretty fun. I say, for the most part, it is exactly what I want it to be, and it's exactly what the developers have set out to do. Eve obviously went through a massive character upgrade. Obviously, this game got a lot of attention. Once Yokotaro even saw it, he said like, "Hey, this game has my support. Like, go keep an eye on it." And it's not just like after trailer. It's really the trailers are showing you how much progress is not only being made on this game, but also how much improvement we were seeing. We saw improvement to the combat, the character design, the visuals, even just the overall story. We were like, hey, this looks really cool. Like, we want to play this game right here. I couldn't be more happy for that. And even with a delay, it's like, hey, they deliver on the promise and the set out that they were going to be. Even their marketing campaign reminded me even a little bit of Hellblade because they got behind the scene footage of saying that, hey, you guys want to know how we made all these Nantibas that you guys are fighting? Well, let's grab a famous South Korean monster designer that's famous in Korea and be like, hey, do you want to work on this project? And that's really cool. That character designer was on this project. They went old school with this game. Now, what do I mean by old school? I'm not talking about saying that, oh, the game is linear, or the game has sandbox areas, or the game is going like to like the Ninja Gaiden, Bayonetta, and other action games for set pieces or gameplay. No, I'm talking about they went old school in all that regards, which is important to remember. But they went old schools with the monsters. They actually made like the actual models from clay to see what they look like before they started programming things. It's basically also kind of what the Dead Space developers also did as well. Despite people giving off the, you had someone actually starting to draw the characters themselves and be like, hey, this is what your description looks that you gave me, and this is what it kind of may or may not look like. So, and they actually went old school. Like every enemy was modeled in that way. So yeah, even this brute right here, this is fucking amazing. So I think that's pretty cool in how things were done. Like really cool. So I actually really like that they went back to this old school way of making enemy designs. I think that's really cool and badass actually. So you can really appreciate the work that they saw and be like, yeah, that should be in the game. They're gross, they're disgusting, and I love it. If you're a fan of monsters, this is really cool. Also, Taki gets her arm cut off here by, why, hello, Raven, over there. I know the game was originally called, at least with the working title, Project Eve, even though at the end of this game we just saw Mother Sphere saying this ends the Eve protocol. So, and with the journey continuing, I'm pretty sure that we'll learn more about Eve. Even the director of the game stated that if we do get a sequel, I'll tell you how old Eve really is. I'm like, Okay, that's a little weird for me for him to be saying that, but I don't care because it's pretty cool how Eve looks and how this game looks and feels. Even in the game, that's really good. I think this is going to be one of those games that we say that it's going to age really, really well. No, like, I mean, look at this. Like, yes, you can look at the ass of Eve, but we're actually talking about like how stuff like the visuals are really gonna hold up in just a few years from now. It's on that stylistic, realistic design. Like Eve's model, of course, is based off an actual model they hired for the actual game, which I think is pretty awesome and badass. That model agreed to it, and what they even said that hey, like she has the right design that we are looking for. And I gotta say, again, pretty cool, pretty awesome that is the design they went with too. And it's most importantly to me to keep reminding people that characters like a model like Eve, she does exist up there. You don't I already have? Oh yeah, that's right. I still gotta do the stupid code that exists out there. That's pretty bad and cool. But even just like how the water's just bouncing off Eve, or you're doing all those little things with the camera with the water effects. It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. Like that's how like most games should be nowadays. Even stuff you saw back on the PS2, what they were accomplishing with, it's still pretty impressive to this day, honestly. That we're getting a game like that that's coming out that's like, hey, we have a sexy character. People like sexy characters. There are women out there who like sexy characters. Let's let's go in that direction. Again, let's do that shit again. The shit that I actually like. Yeah. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I still have my data bank, so I don't need to really be doing this stuff. So I say that's really cool that we have a game like this that came out and be like, hey, let's just have fun with a fun story. This story, in my opinion, it starts off slow, like any good story, but once it gets going, it's pretty fun actually. I would like to say I'm more a little bit conflicted on Eve. I like the character for Eve. I like her actress. She was very good at English. I'll probably play this game probably again in Korean, so I can hear what her actress is like. But I think for the most part, I don't know. Like it's she's very good. She's very convincing, but maybe some of the side quests might conflict with the story a bit. Like one time she's showing like some really good emotions for a couple side quests that are part of the actual story campaign. If you do characters quest, like they will help you out and you'll learn a little bit more of the backstory. I like to say for the most part that is done well, but I also felt like wait she's showing off some good emotion here, but then when you get to the Alpha and Antiva stuff, when you learn more about the truth, when it starts going, you're like, what is she thinking? Or it might contradict me. I might be the only one who says that, but to me, it's not a big problem. Hello there, Raven. Hey, why isn't here? Well, whatever. It's probably pure in the cutscene anyway, so I'm not gonna complain about that much. Not much about that way, but to me, that could just be like either lost in translation, or it could just be that hey, they didn't expect me to be doing a bunch of the side quest stuff early on. But to me, it's fine. It's all right. To me, it's all right. To me, this felt a little weird because one moment we get a really good emotion with Eve, the next it's like, oh, she's kind of back to her old ways, but it's like it's not really. That's something that's like a small nitpick, but for the most part, what I am gonna still say that the actress did a really good job here. So I'm not gonna complain completely say that oh no it was bad. I'm saying that it just might feel like you get a really good emotion here and then it's like oh we're back to learning about this new stuff despite the fact she was showing some really good human emotion in the side quest I just did. Again, a little weird for me, but it's not the end of the world, so I'm not complaining about it too much. I would like to say they have some. It's not just Eve is really great. Lily's great despite her actress. She's still in the game. She's just a good supporting side character that I wish we got some more time with, or perhaps she wanted to go out exploring. Let's say, like, I want to go to the wasteland with you. It would have been great if she just explored the wasteland with us, just maybe just a little bit, or another area. But her quest that we went on, that was really good, and that is part of the main campaign. I gotta say, that is really good. But you gotta make sure you get her level all the way up. Now you got to say, how do you even get her level to be all the way up? You have to discover stuff actually. Stuff about Mother Sphere, learning about the truth as you naturally progress the campaign actually. So a little spoilers for that, so right there. But so yeah, I think that was a smart way to unlock Lily's stuff a little bit. I think because you want to save her if not. But if you do save her, she can die if you get one of the alternate endings to the game. So I have to say that is pretty cool actually. Again, how they did stuff they're shunning. I don't know why I'm saying so right now, but I do have to say that is pretty cool. Honestly, that's a pretty cool thing to have in here. Again, the linear levels here, like your Ida 7, going to the train, the subway terminal, the subway, Ida 9. Those are really good levels of having, even like to the space center. Those are really good linear levels because they remind you of the stuff that you've been playing, like classic Ninja Gaiden or Bayonetta. It really gives you that sense of feel that, hey, not everything is always gonna be you going out into one of the deserts to explore stuff. You're gonna have these great urban environments or to like this really cool space center that you're going to progress the main story. So I like stuff like this. It mixes up the gameplay a bit, or it's not even just doing you going to the trials. The trials are a lot of fun actually because I like the idea of hey, I don't have my weapon on me. I have to use the droid and everything. And since I'm on New Game Plus, I get access to everything that I want to right away. So to me, I say that's pretty badass and pretty cool right away. Because in the earlier oh god, really? I gotta get one more. There you are. I do gotta say that's pretty cool and pretty unique that they want to go in that direction and they felt like it. So that's pretty cool. Like use the gun. So and if you only have slugs, it's gonna be a little bit more difficult. But if you take the time to find drone modules, upgrade the drone for Adam and Lily, it becomes really fun actually because then you can experiment with stuff that you might not originally have thought of mind to use actually. Now, is this game Souls-like? It's not really Souls-like. Again, this is more on the line of classic Ninja Gaiden, where it really shines the most, where you need to really get your blocks in, you need to get your dodges in, you really need to take the game slow. Yes, you can actually increase the speed for her if you would like to, which is pretty cool, honestly. Which is pretty cool if you want to do that. You want to increase the speed of E, but you're always not guaranteed to be the most overpowered until the very end game. This is one of those games, again, like with Ninja Gaiden, Bayonetta, even like DM Devil May Cry, and so on and so forth, that you're really gonna have to take your time. Take it nice and slow. Learn the patterns of the enemies. And when you do that, you're gonna get your dodges in, you're gonna get your blocks in. But most importantly, because even though it's not full blown Souls, that doesn't mean they weren't inspired by Sekiro style combat, especially when it comes to the blocking. Once you get your perfect parries in, it's gonna feel so satisfying since again, this has not the stamina gauge, but more of a parry gauge. If you are able to get the enemy's parries are unbalanced, okay, okay, let me rephrase that. It does have that Sekiro balance in here. So if you get the enemies off balance with all the perfect parries, you are gonna have your chance to get your critical hits in there. And just like with Sekiro, you want to get your Mirakai, you want to get your counters in as well. If you get your counters in, again, it's gonna feel really satisfying. Those critical parries, those critical attacks are gonna be so important to you in this game because once they're because those can really make or change a battle for you. You could be doing really well, then all of a sudden you're realizing that no, I'm about to die, I'm about to die. But you need to get those perfect parries in there because if you don't, it's pretty much gonna be the end for you. So again, there are some bosses here towards the lake of the game, like the unidentified Antiva, Raven, the Brute. If you can't fight the Brute again in the side quest, which I always feel like that I was always supposed to come back later, like maybe halfway through the campaign, to refight the Brute, which I'm pretty sure I was meant to do that, but then I didn't do that, so I was like, yay, great. So I felt really disappointed in myself, but when I got the hang of it, I got better. But there are some challenging bosses here. Some of them are not that interesting, like some of them have like the really basic attacks, or two like they're just not that interesting. But it's not their fault. There bound to be bosses in here that aren't gonna be everybody's favorite, but some of them were my favorite. Like Taki was actually pretty fun to learn, especially she was in one of the trailers and be like, "Ooh," where you say, "Hey, what happened to her, Taki?" So, but and then you find out what happens to her, which is pretty great actually, and also sad, but also pretty cool because you also unlock her stuff in the campaign, which is pretty fun actually, which is really fun to use. But Tacky here is also like a high risk, high reward. It takes a while. It doesn't take too long to charge up, but once you do, you have to realize that if I use it down for a boss, I don't know if some of these are going to be the more scripted ones, which I do know much now, or if you're going to run out quickly. So it could really even save you the pinch where you saw me with the unidentified Antiva boss battle. It does come in a pinch completely. So I would have to say, keep an eye out for stuff like that because it's going to be really interesting to see how people, have a reaction to the stuff. So have a reaction to this stuff because you need to be on guard. Dodging and blocking are going to win most of your battles here. Attacking is one thing, but you need to get your parries in. So be on the lookout for that. And also, I should mention the beta skills. Once you get your beta skills unlocked, progressing through the campaign, you are going to get everything eventually to max level to where you can start doing the cool shit or just more getting the enemies unbalanced, which is both a great thing. So they all have their advantages and disadvantages, but they also need to have the timing down. If you miss a timing for some of these, it's gonna cost you like her jump, like her beta jump, her shield breaker. Pretty fun actually, pretty powerful too. But if you mess up the timing, it's gonna cost you an opening. So be aware how to do a bunch of these. The same things are also gonna go for the other skills, but those are more filled up by the other gauge as well. So this will be interesting to see how people create some really cool combos later because there are some definitely a lot of cool combos. Again, I'm gonna pause the game right now. That you have a lot of gear here. Sure, they're gonna start off just a little bit weak, but the more you collect and the more you find, it's gonna be interesting on what people create. Right now, I'm working with probably a good balance. I have got some max shields, got damage reduction, and my bale skills powers increased. So I got at least a good thing going on. But again, with the demo that we had before, and some people were re-equipping and de-equipping stuff to see what works for them or how much harder the game that they could all make it be. So I'm curious to see how far they go with this. If they're planning to release some good DLC, if they do what that is, I would love to see some not only a cool story beat, like a cool side story. I would also love to see things expand upon. Like this can be expand upon. They have some crazy customization. I'm not saying make everything crazy, but eventually it could become crazy. I thought I already got this stuff. Like I had like a high enough level. Alright then, here we go again. Sweet. So be unaware for that stuff. You're also gonna like, just like with other games out there, you're gonna want to look out for your fellow and your fellow comrades. Some of them might give you a body core or beta core. This will help you increase your maximum health to beta skills. So I think these are really important to find because it's not just about you going through stuff and getting it done quick. It's about survival. Although I'm pretty sure some people are going to make the challenge already to be very low level and do the whole game a certain way, which is true. There are people out there who are crazy enough to do all this stuff, which is wonderful. But to me, I'm not that type of guy. But again, I think people are going to be crazy. I'm expecting some of these challenges to already be up and out there pretty soon. So, which is great. I do like the cutscenes in this game. They're really produced well. Like again, they're very well produced. They're well acted out. Even if Adam is behind our little drone buddy, his performer is still pretty good. Like he's very convincing. Like he does care about Eve, and even though Eve only has to talk to Adam through one way through the game and then another, it's actually kind of pretty good. They remind me of those characters that even though we do see Adam, Adam reminds me of those people that embody. You only ever hear their voice, but you never see them in person. I kind of wish they made Adam just a little bit more mysterious, in my opinion, so you can have an idea of who he might be. But it's okay that he was shown early in the game because I'm not gonna be complaining that often. Oh yes, the nanosuits. I should start mentioning the nanosuits. Alright, so probably one of the biggest selling point of the game are the suits for the exterior. You got your planet diving suit, but then you could not equip that and go full blown with the skin suit. But already look, I have no shield with the skin with the skin suit. But then you wear the costumes and the other nanosuits and you have a shield and you start to say, okay, but why is that? They made it very clear in this game. The suits give you the shields or grant you access to the shield. If you're not wearing the suits, you get no shield. Hence why I keep saying challenge, hard mode, new game plus hard mode with no upgrades. You're literally putting yourself at a significant disadvantage. Yes, you just made the game more sexy, beautiful, sexy, but you also made the game harder, actually. Sure, yes, you can see all the parts that you want to move, but you made it yourself a interesting challenge. Oh, here we go, here's the boss. So, in my opinion, that's kind of a cool thing, actually, that they honestly knew players are going to do it, but then it's like, hey, let's make the game even more harder for you than it already is. So that's kind of a cool thing, actually. You know, a high risk, high reward. Do you want to wear a costume, or do you want to make the game more harder than it already is right now? Oh yeah, that's right. She has that. Okay, never mind. I still use the gun. So it is pretty interesting in how they develop this game to make it fit a certain play style for pretty much anybody to pick up and play. Honestly, boss battles like this one's obviously the one that eases you in. Sure, right now he's not that hard for me anymore, but it took me a few different tries to get him. But once you, again, like we keep saying, you nail down their patterns, you know exactly what to do. These guys are going to become very much trivial for you. And even on New Game Plus, yeah, he's going down easy on one shot. I would still like to say this, along with the nanosuits and everything. I love the costumes. I'm still unlocking most of them, but these are pretty cool costumes, honestly. There's like over 70 costumes to unlock In the base game, that's what they said. There's like over 70. So in my opinion, that's pretty sweet, honestly, and that's really cool to see them putting the hard work and dedication. And even other behind the scenes stuff, they said that they hired models to wear the actual outfits that they wanted to scan in, and they took that reference and put them on Eve. Again, this is pretty cool, honestly, and I love the fact that they did it that way. Now I need to explain the elephant in the room. Like I said, I unlocked it during one of the streams. Okay, th- this one is not even that bad of a censored. I've seen swimsuits like this in my life, vacation trips and whatnot. This one looks normal. Fine. There's no censorship for that one. But the one that people are really talking about is, honestly, where is it? Right here. The holiday rabbit suit. To me, this looks like I'm seeing something from Playboy, which I'm not complaining about that often. But I guess they're saying that some parts of the outfit is censored. The director kind of went on to say that outfit was the only thing that's going to be censored, or that's going to be the final version. I want to say this. Not his fault. It's if you want someone to blame, you blame it on Sony. There's a meme that's going around, which I know perfectly exactly, which describes that you see Eve in one of the outfits doing a backflip, saying that your boos mean nothing. I know what makes you cheer, but the bare sex scene is allowed to have. I want to say there are some double standards to like, hey, but again, hey, there's still other here for Stellar Blade. Sure, one little thing is just one thing. I don't see this as a big censorship. It's like, it's there, but there are other things that we could be complaining about. Again, one of my friends said I'm gonna put on one of my friend's favorite outfits. Where is it? Right here. There you are. Like, look at the black wave. This looks awesome. Pretty awesome. Sexy, beautiful. It's amazing. I'm not complaining about that. Am I complaining about the holiday rabbit suit? No, I'm not gonna complain about that too often. It's like, come on. It's like it's called this rules for them, none for thee. Censorship one for one game, but it's okay for the other games to have out there. Like again, if you want to talk about the blood and gore effects, they're still in here, but in the demo it did look like there was a lot more on Eve earlier. Now we could possibly say this for a safe reason that maybe it's for stability, or maybe they don't want to have all the outfits with blood on it, so that could be another thing, but then again, I'm looking at Bloodborne back in 2015. There's a lot of blood in that game. Or The Last of Us Part 2. There's a lot of ultra violence in that game, and yet here, despite me fighting fictionalized enemies that aren't human, who aren't real, this kind of gets toned down a bit. Again, I can see it and not see it, but I'm about to say this. I want them to learn better and be like, hey, you need to stop doing this before your consumer starts to leave you. I will say, though, I will still support the game, and that's what everybody's been saying. Support the game. You can blame Sony and just say, Sony, I'm going to make this game very popular. And it's doing very well right now. I don't need every game to fail. You need to send a message though. Support the games that you want to support. Tell developers you make the game that you want to make. Don't listen to people saying that you need to censor the game out there because again, double standards. Stuff in Stellar Blade looks fine and normal. It's an M-rated game. Why are we complaining about it? Because some people on it have far too much time on the internet and want to complain about stuff both on both sides. And look, I know friends who are on one side, but here's the thing: they're good people, and they come from a very good place. Even I come from a very good place. But then again, I keep saying this: you'll hear the exact same complaint made by the exact same people with the same argument for one game, but then you'll see them defend it in another. Where have I heard that beforehand? Again, bare sex scenes in there, all the violence in Last of Us Part 2 in there, and another scene in there which I cannot state and say for the sake of the channel, but you see my reaction to that, where I'm like, really, this is allowed, but the other one isn't? Again, we have some clear double standards here on what's allowed and what's not allowed. So, where is the line going to be crossed? But let's get enough about that. What are some other things I truly like about this game that aren't just the suits that are fucking beautiful and fantastic? To say, I like to say that I love the music. The music in this game is just beautiful. Whether I listen to the original menu theme, which is the main theme, you know, dun 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 dun, dun, with that piano and guitar, it's so beautiful. Or when you're in all these crazy boss battles where it's just crazy music at the next, or we're in a much quieter moment in Zion, which I like. I will have to say one thing I do not like. I wish they added more tracks for the campsites. I kind of got tired actually after a while of listening to some of the tracks, and it's not the people's fault that their music is in here. You just don't like music. I'm like, no, I love music. It's just that when you're dealing with a few tracks at most, I would like to hear some more variety in these tracks, alright? The tracks are really good. Some of them are really fine, but it's like, hey, I will love to listen to some other tracks, please. That isn't just the same ones I'm hearing like over and over again. It's probably not their fault at the best, but it's like I would love to hear more variety. I'm always a guy to listen to variety. But the composers should be all of them and all the artists who they hired for this game. They should be condemned. They should be given praise to because the music in here is fantastic. In fact, even when you hear this, you know that voices that da 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 da, you know that da 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 da. Dun, 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 dun. Like this track here for this one area is fantastic. In fact, it's not one track that's playing through another area. You have when you get to certain areas of linear levels or sandboxes, they even start to change actually, going from dynamic, or they go to a different artist who might be singing for a little while, or they might go to another track that's more dynamic when you're in combat. They thought about everything here, and it's done very well. Very well, I might add you. I'm a guy who's like I like variety in my scores and soundtracks, so they've done a really good job here. Like everything was just chef kiss, like chef kiss. Well done to compose. They've done a fantastic job. Whether that you're feeling a heartfelt moment or a sad moment or in the epic boss battles, they've done a great job. Even the stuff that's in the more linear sections of the game are pretty fun. And when you get to the more fun, more quick events of those Bayonetta style crazy action combat, they're pretty good. If you want to get to some of my only gripes about this game, my only gripes about this game truly come down to some of the later bosses can feel a bit cheap. Some of them weren't too bad, but the unidentified Antiva boss battle took me hours to beat. It felt like it was like Melania. I was fighting Melania again, or another one. Just how stressful it was. Now somebody might say that we'll get good. Like I eventually defeated her. Took me a while, but I finally got it. Even the last boss, like I should. I mean, I'm about to say shouldn't probably hit that hard, but it felt like that. Whoa, the damage scale went really high up. I could only imagine if I was fighting Adam, either would have been harder or just weaker. But here's the thing. I will admit to saying that, like, look, I'm near the end of the game. I just wanted the game to end at that time. So, probably on New Game Plus, I'll probably be able to defeat Lily better or defeat Adam. But for the most part, it's that weird spike. And it's also, like I keep on stating, it was my fault actually for going into some of the areas a bit too soon. Probably should have found a few more people just to see that, hey, did I miss anything on the way over here before I went? But I want to end the game and probably get to stuff sooner. I thought I had more time with the Space Center. I know they don't forget the Space Center does warn you, saying that, hey, do the side quest before you do anything else, because you're at the point of no return. And I thought it was a Tales of Arise situation where the camera kept going to the main character is about to go to one area. I felt like, wait, this is supposed to be in the game? Am I near the end of the game? So I kind of kept grinding, kept going to different levels and doing a bunch of side content, only to find out that no, I wasn't at the main game end of the game yet. I was just wasn't thinking straight. I just felt like that, like, oh, I had a lot more to do, but I was overpowered for one boss. So I'm like, yay, that was fine for me. But I felt like the game was telling me that I was at the end, but I wasn't at the end quite yet. Like, you get what I'm stating? Like, you get what I'm saying? So always be aware of what could be at the end or not. So my advice to you and warning to you right now, once they tell you to do the Space Center stuff, like you want to get to there, to the elevator, do a bunch of side quests. Make sure you do a lot before you start to say, I'm going to end the game. Because you're about to really not be happy if you go right early and you feel like you're under power or under level. So be aware of that. The other things I would like to state as well is that it is kind of like the money economy in here. I'm not saying this is the worst money economy out here, but be aware of that. So if you're buying a bunch of stuff like I was, you might have enough to buy the suits, or shall we also say, get the stuff that you want. So be aware of that. So always be aware of that. The money here is fine, but just manage it much better, because again, you could be like me, being stuck on hours for the Nativa battle. All of a sudden, for you to realize that when you fight Raven and Lilith, you start to realize that, crap, I have no money. Crap, I have nothing for a quick revive on the spot of the scene just to do this boss that was taking me hours to defeat. So be aware of that. So be aware of that, please. But overall, this game has some really good visual representation. It's got a great cast. The story feels like a solid B story that you want to see more produced later down the line. It's got great characters, great atmosphere, music. The boss battles are really good. Even some of the more minier ones, they're not bad actually. They're pretty good. They get you the skills that you want to learn through the game right away. And also, I forgot to talk about the tacky stuff a little bit. And the tacky here, when you do, again, another gigantic spoiler, once you defeat a certain boss in the game, you will unlock this ability. It will save you, like I said, but it's pretty cool to pull off once you do it. And like I said, this game's got some really good customization in the game. When you really start to customize the characters and whatnot, you can really make Eve how you want to make Eve, and I think that's pretty cool and pretty badass too in the way. But overall, I did enjoy this game. To me, part of me wants to say it's kind of that high 7 to low 8 game where it has everything that you want it to be, and it has everything that you are gonna keep saying that it's a great game. But Joker, why don't you give you a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10? Let's say that for the sequel. And again, if you keep getting everything 10 out of 10s, then there's not really going to be a baseline to say, okay, then what's a 7 out of 10 game looks like? What's a 6 out of 10 game look like? What's again, giving a game a 7 out of 10 is not a bad. There's a lot of positive things I will say about this. But there are some stuff that I feel like can still be improved. I have to say the dodging, in my opinion, can be hit or miss, but then again, if you get equipment out there that when you get that perfect dodge down, it does make it a little bit better, but it's not perfect. Sometimes the parrying, you just gotta nail it down. Once you get the rhythm and timing on certain enemies, it does feel better. So yes, part of that is skill issue. But also, it can also be, getting your dodges correctly with the blues and purples. Sometimes I feel like that, like 50% of the times with the blues, I felt like, okay, I know I dodged it, but why is it always telling me that I got hit? Or Why isn't it censoring? I couldn't tell you. It could just be maybe I was too fast, or maybe I was slower, or maybe I just randomly didn't wait for the timing. Part of that is me. I'm trying to figure out that is it when the blade does light up, that's when you do it, or do you do it before the attack? So probably with more practice and whatnot, I'll be better at that. And that's one important thing I will say about this game. This game is crazy because it actually gives you the chance to actually practice a bunch of the stuff. You unlocked a new move you want to use, go to the camp or go to the skill tree and say, hey, I want to practice. So I think that's pretty cool. Even something like dodging, once you get the hang of dodging, it gets better. So a lot of the stuff, like I keep saying, it does get better. It will also depend. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's fine. Is this game perfect? Absolutely not. Some of the, in fact, I would like to say this. Despite Zion being Zion, it never really opens up more. You still get those same areas, and I kind of wish some more areas were open. Like maybe we could explore Zion in a different path, or maybe go under stuff, or like, hey, you talked about like there's some like one side quest that kind of like, oh, there's some black market stuff that's going on here, like scavengers that are really bad versus the other scavengers that we have met across over the course of the game a bit. Like, are they bad? Are they good? Like, let's dive into that stuff. And yet we never do. So I feel ashamed that we didn't get a chance to explore that stuff. Maybe DLC, maybe the sequel will explore more other stuff. What's up with Mother Sphere and whatnot? Like, again, the ending that we got, which is pretty easy to achieve, still gives you that lingering question of who the hell is Mother Sphere? What is going on here? And you want to learn this stuff. So that's kind of what I want to see for the future. I want to always see more. But then again, this game gives you just enough to explore everything to its point and back again. For most people, it might only take you roughly between 20 hours to 25 hours to complete the game. Me, it took me maybe a little over 40 hours to complete the game, if not more. That because I was also doing a bunch of side quests. I was doing everything that I wanted to do, and I was trying to do as much for I can for the channel, and that's fine. And to me, I was having too much fun. I was having too much fun exploring. I was having too much fun doing some side quests. But then again, some of the areas were kind of lacking. Like the deserts, uh, again, I prefer variety and location. The deserts were fine, but I always felt like I wanted more areas like in the metropolis, or maybe like another place somewhere else. Like maybe there's like this beautiful waterfall that was like untouched. That's like you got to be like, wow, that's pretty cool. Like some more areas would be nice. The enemy variety is fine. The bosses are fine. The music is excellent. We got a great story here that has potential to become even better with more context and sequels, but still leaving things up in the air for open. I don't need every question to be explained. I do like to say that I do like to have stuff that makes me think. And for the most part, I walked away satisfied with this game. So, about to say it's between a high 7 and low 8 for me. It's still a good game. There's got a lot of things in here that a lot of people are going to like. A badass female character that is not quite exactly flat. She starts somewhere between a two-dimensional character and ends up becoming almost a three-dimensional character that's fully fleshed out, almost. But sequel time will tell. Lily, I wish there was more time with Lily. Adam is pretty fine, I guess. Zach did a pretty good job, but I wish we got to explore more of Zion. I wish we got more linear levels that aren't just in the game, but more variety with them as well, along with some of the more open area sandbox levels that aren't just deserts. Please, people, I love more stuff. Do stuff that we quite haven't seen in the style of gameplay, please. But overall, I enjoy this game. Thank you guys so much for enjoying the live stream, my little review at the end. If you guys have enjoyed this game, hit that like button. Tell me if you're gonna buy the game. If not, that's fine. You're probably waiting for the discount, but please support this game out there. I would love to see a sequel to this game. I know we're gonna get it. Tell Sony to do better, be better. Don't censor a game that's already M rated. please, this game is M-rated already and didn't need to be censored. And honestly, yes, since it's also by Shift Up, we are going to get a Goddess of Victory Nikkei crossover with Stellar Blade, so that'll be awesome. So I can't wait to play it. So, heck, even when Eve explains why she hates the water, she explains that it's her birth. Yeah, no, that's pretty interesting. So I'm going to explore that a little bit. So, anyway, guys, I will see you possibly for another live stream later. You can always check me out on my friend's channel, Anime Night 1992. I'm kind of over there more often for some of the live stream that he does, but I'll see you guys next time then. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you.